Hi there, I'm Christine Dunbar from SpeechModification.com, and this is my Smart American Accent training. In this video, we'll look at how to pronounce suggest and suggestion. So in the word suggest, our stress is on the second syllable jest, and the letter G says the J sound. I've rewritten that for you here with letter J. It's the same sound we have in words like job or jump when the J sound is at the start of the word. In the middle or end of the word, we sometimes spell the J with letter G or GE or DGE, like in edge or age. And in suggest, we have the first letter G says G, the second letter G says J. So you can see that here, suggest. When we say suggest, we don't really let this first G out. I'm not saying suggest with a big break in between. What happens is that this first G sound is unreleased. So it sounds like suggest. But I'm still lifting my tongue for the G sound, making that air stop, making this vowel short. I don't want suggest. You can hear how if I just continue through the vowel and I skip this G sound, it's not going to sound correct. So you do need to mark the G by lifting your tongue. Suggest. So the air stops and then we release it in the J sound at the front of the mouth. The first vowel in suggest is going to be very reduced. I've written it here as a schwa and an sound, but it's almost like there's no vowel there at all. I'm just doing suggest. So I'm moving very quickly from the s to the unreleased g sound, suggest. Hearing that in some sentences might help you recognize that that sounds natural. For example, I suggest practicing it that way. We suggest that you try this out. Okay, so not an easy combination and kind of unusual for that G and J combination. We do the same thing in suggestion. We still have the stress syllable in the second syllable, but here I no longer have my T sound like in suggest. In suggestion, that letter T becomes part of the ch sound at the end, which I've written for you here with letter CH. So it's not a T and a sh, but rather a ch sound. If I say suggestion, it's going to sound pretty much the same. So the ch sound is made up of moving from the T position behind the teeth to dropping down to the SH position. It's just quick and it gets pushed out. So we also use this in words like question, suggestion. These are examples when we have that S sound before our TION. We tend to say those more as a ch sound. Same thing that we had for the two G's, the first one being a G and the second one being a J, and this being an unreleased G. So suggestion. I have a suggestion for you. I do have a suggestion for you with this word, which is start it on the second syllable and then add your first syllable back. That makes it easier to get the rhythm correct and the vowel sounds correct. That would sound like gestion, suggestion. You can also say each syllable slowly and then speed up. That would sound like suggestion, suggestion, suggestion. And as I modeled with suggest, you do want to try practicing it in some sentences just so that it comes naturally to you. Often we can master a word by itself, but then when we go to use it, it doesn't always come out correctly. It may come out the way we used to say it, or we may falter a little bit as we're trying to use it. So let's try some examples. I have a suggestion. They put their responses in the suggestion box. Thank you for that suggestion. Speaking of suggestions, if you have a suggestion for me about a word you'd like to see me cover here on the channel in our Word of the Day playlist, feel free to leave that in the comments. I do go through those and look for your responses and answers. I'm working my way through a long list of your suggestions for videos to cover. If you need more help for the sounds and suggestion, for example, the g and the j, I do have videos about specific sounds that you can find here as well. And you can check out our Sounds of English course on speechmodification.com. In that course, I walk you through all of the vowel and consonant sounds of English, and it's a great way to build a strong foundation to pronounce any word you like confidently and easily in American English. It's also available for under $2, so it's a great resource. You can find it on our website, speechmodification.com. It's our Sounds of English course. Thanks so much for watching this video, for your comments and suggestions, for liking and sharing. I'll be back again tomorrow with another word of the day, and on Saturday we'll have our live question and answer class. That's where you can come, join, put your questions in the chat, and I'll answer them for you live. I hope to see you there. I'm Christine Dunbar from speechmodification.com. Remember, if you want to sound like a native speaker, you can do it. speechmodification.com. Bye everyone. Hope to see you again soon.